Remember playing house back in elementary school? We all had a role. We'd make up these perfect fantasy lives, working our dream jobs, driving our dream cars, and just enjoying the finer things in life. Ultimately, this game was wishful thinking for how you wanted your life to end up. I remember when I played house, I always wanted to be the mom. I knew at 10 years old I wanted to have kids. I dreamed of a perfect life with a successful husband, living in a beautiful house, driving a white Escalade, having beautiful, healthy children. But at about 10 years old, you're really not thinking about the steps you need to take to achieve that life, right? Or the risks that come with having children? Well, let's fast forward to 2016. I was in college at MTI studying to become a medical assistant when I found out I was pregnant. My pregnancy wasn't planned, which caused fear and stress, because how was I going to raise a child at 20 years old in college and pregnant, right? What was I going to tell my parents? I was scared, but I can't say I wasn't excited once I processed everything. I was so excited to be a mommy. I was loving every second of my pregnancy. I was about 16 weeks when I had gone in for my doctor's appointment. The doctor had told me that both me and my son's father were carriers for the cystic fibrosis gene. We had no idea what that meant. The doctor had told us that the cystic fibrosis is a hereditary disorder affecting the exocrine glands. It causes an abnormal production of thick mucus, leading to the blockage of pancreatic ducts, intestines, and bronchi, which ultimately results in respiratory failure. If both parents are carriers of the gene, the child would have a 25% chance of inheriting 2 copies and having cystic fibrosis, a 50% chance of inheriting 1 copy and being a carrier, and a 25% chance of having no mutations and being unaffected. Medication, therapy, and some surgeries are available, but they will only reduce complications. There isn't a cure. The average life expectancy is 35 to 40 years old. After hearing these statistics, I was kind of in a blur. 5 minutes ago, I walked in excited to check up on my baby, but now I was sitting here terrified. Later in the appointment, the doctor had told me that there were 2 options. We could test the baby now, which meant that they would stick a needle into my stomach to retrieve amniotic fluid, or we could wait till I gave birth to test the baby. She gave me a few days to decide. After the appointment, all I could do was cry. I was so scared. This was supposed to be an amazing experience, and I potentially had the risk of bringing a child into this world who was going to be sick. How was that fair? After thinking it through, I decided to wait until after I gave birth to my child. But there was no ease of mind in this choice. I was constantly thinking about the what ifs and researching information, trying to get more clues and answers. Could you imagine having to go through pregnancy not having any answers? Just playing the waiting game? At this point, I knew it was out of my hands and all I could do was pray. And thank God I did. My son Caleb was born September 24th, 2016 at 4:08 p.m., weighing 6 pounds, 10 ounces, cystic fibrosis free. I can't even describe the weight that was lifted off my shoulders when I got the test results back. All I could do was cry and stare at my perfect little boy. I don't know how I got so lucky, but I'm blessed to be his mommy.